You learn God and you learn spirit through hard things. And it would be me seeing my mother in a helpless state that would send me down this path. Yet in me seeing her in a helpless state would lead me down a path that I would experience such helplessness myself, but in a different set of ways. And those experiences would lead me in many different directions. Me thinking that I can defend myself, I will go through stages within these experiences. It's as if God would know it. In being attacked by these situations, I would try everything. I would try the traditional prayer route. I'm praying to God for God to assist me. And God would send me vessels of assistance, whether on the job or in passing. And they would give me nuggets of information that I can use. Read the Psalms and read it this way and read this scripture and call upon Jesus and do all these things. And I would do it. And I would learn what works and what doesn't. And I will understand why when people say there's something about the name Jesus, there's something about it. It will make the demons flee, friend. I'm here to tell you. But you'll never know it unless you're in it. But it's deeper than that. It was as if God would not just want me to know that. Because everybody knows that have been through certain things. It's as if God would want me to know specific things. That Jesus himself would say certain recipes will not work for. When Jesus said, this spirit will not come out by prayer and fasting alone. When you don't have your own personal Jesus on deck to tell you that, and you're wrestling with that spirit to get it up off of you, you remember the technique that got it to tap out, that made it go away. It's as if God would want me to experience a deeper knowing. I would wrestle with these things, these spiritual issues that I was having. I was having significant spiritual issues in Georgia. Witchcraft. Look, I'm not here to label a state or label a place. I'm just speaking to my experiences. And many people go to places and they want to move. I was talking to somebody and they're saying they want to move to Louisiana. I said, well, go. You just need to be able to protect yourself. Because witches don't always have black hats and long noses. And they don't always like cats. You just need to know how to protect yourself. If you know how to protect yourself, you can go anywhere you want. You're not afraid of nothing. And that's what God would build up within me. I was afraid of these things. I was being done a number. But God said, that's how you learn. You got to take some to get some. You literally do. You've got to know how it feels to receive it. To reverse engineer it. You've got to know the do's and the don'ts. And in knowing the do's and the don'ts, you've got to try your hand at it in a multiple of ways. And that's what I would do. When I was in Georgia, I literally, I tried everything. My world was being turned upside down. I would send off for these books on Amazon, on spells and all kinds of different ways you can control your situation yourself. I was going to be God. And I was going to take control of my own situation. I'm going to go to my metaphysical store, famous metaphysical store in Georgia, Phoenix and Dragon. I will go to Phoenix and Dragon and get all kind of stuff to try to help myself. I have no lies for you. I don't care. This is a testimony somebody can use. And I would sit and I would gather all the ingredients that I needed to get to do what this recipe told me to do, because I needed this particular end result, because I didn't understand what was going on around me. And most importantly, because I saw that what they were doing was effective. It was working on me. If it was not effective, I wouldn't have cared. But because I saw that it was working, and because I didn't have enough experience in knowing God or this strange world of spirit, I'm reaching for anything that can help me. Who can come? Who can save me? Who can stop this? Who can give me a leg up in this situation? So now I'm no longer on the defense, getting plummeted over here. These activities will be activities that God would allow me to go through to learn God and to learn the world of spirit. Because if you are going to know God, friend, you got to know the world of spirit. You must know it. You must know how to navigate its waters. And most importantly, you must be aligned to something greater, because you alone can't do it. I'm going to read something to you. Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 11. Hath a nation changed their gods, which are yet no gods? But my people have changed their glory for that which doeth no profit. God is saying in this scripture that those that serve, whether the fallen ones or other spirits that inhabit this realm that are fallen in the same sense, they don't go from one God to the next. They pledge allegiance to that one spirit. Yet the children of Israel, God's children, will honor God, and then they will go and honor this God, and they will go and honor that. They're the only people that do that. Why? Why would people do that? Well, because of the intention of these people. You see, no God, no spirit can cover you like the God of Israel. The fullness of this God's covering, it overpowers any covering of any God that is in this realm. They are all his creations. He outranks them in hierarchy. They're his creations. They are subdued under him. Yet, in order for you to get the covering from the God of Israel, you got to live a certain kind of way. You can't go about life in any kind of way. You can't be petty and out here greedy and looking to sabotage people for your petty greed. You've got to align properly. You've got to stand in the fullness of your creation. And everybody doesn't want to do it. So because they don't want to do it, they still want that power. They still need that type of protection. So they align to other gods that don't require so much. Come as you are, gods. You can get the covering, because most of the people that you will encounter at your level will be vibrating at your level. Y'all will be all doing the same kind of stuff, which will exclude you from the covering of the God of Israel. So you can go and do wickedness against one another and see a profit. Yet when you come against one of the children of Israel, when you come against one of the Hebraic house, when you come against those that align to the God of Israel, those tricks don't work. You are held to another regard. You are required to rise up and meet it, because it will never come down to meet you. And this is what I had to learn. I always read my Bible. Always. But I wasn't living in alignment. And me not living in alignment, me not conscientious of the alignment, left me open. And in me being open, I was easily attacked. Another could come upon me and see a prophet. And in me being attacked, I was bewildered. And I'm wondering, where is God? And it made me question God. And I'm saying, well, what's up with this? I'm being beat up over here by these people. Where is God? And I have no way of defending myself. Nothing is working. I don't even know how. Let me go get this book. Let me go talk to this lady. Let me let her tell me what to do. Let me try to fix my problem myself. Let me be God. Why? Because I see the success that these people are having with me, and I know me better than anybody. I'm a good person. How could this befall me? Oh, this must be the way it goes. This must be the real way. Okay. I had to go through it for me to find out that ain't about nothing. Friend, that's the worst thing you can do. I'm here to tell you, they make it look good. All of them witches and warlocks and all of them people that's out here doing all that kind of stuff, they have a window of time to do it. If you watch them long enough, they always disappear, because that pendulum is going to swing. I know you don't want it to. I know you got that amulet and it's going to, the lady told you it's going to protect you. It's going to protect you for a while. I'm here to tell you, that pendulum is going to swing. And this is the word. This is who I am. This is why I know what I know. I learned through experience what's what. You can't fool me. You can't shame me out of it. You can't impress me. I learned through experience, God. I know through experience the power of this book. When I open this book and I read it at a whole nother level. It took various times and seasons in my life to read this book again and again. And each time I would read it, I would get something new from my perspective of it. Because I had gone further in my walk. So that another level of its truth presented itself to me. Each time I would reread it. This is the power of the word. With no shame, I come before you, telling you these things. This is my testimony. This is what makes my offering unique. And even now still, I go through many challenges. Many of you, if you were to know the challenges that I go through, you wouldn't even believe them, first of all. And second of all, you would look at what I come forward with differently. So yes, I have had a very unique walk. And I make no bones about it. I'm not ashamed of that. I'm proud of that. I'm proud of it. Because it has definitely formed me into who I am. And it has made my offering that much more unique. It's from the perspectives that I can pull from that make it unique. And all of these perspectives that I pull from are all because of the experiences that I've had. So this new year, I'm looking to begin my Bible studies again in Genesis. And we're going to take a deeper dive into Genesis. I can't really forecast out exactly what direction I'm going to go with the content this year. Because as I said, the uniqueness of the way in which I have come forth prohibits me from doing so. I don't have the luxury of forecasting out right now. Maybe I do. Maybe I'm still stuck in a stage in my life where I haven't tested the waters to see if I can. So, not being able to forecast out in a sense is a good thing because it keeps me on my toes and it keeps the perspective fresh and authentic. But it is my promise to you to always come forth with things that I think will be useful to you in some way, never to condemn you. I don't ever want to condemn you. Even some people that have done things against me that may be watching this, I don't ever want to condemn you. You've blessed me in some way, shape, or fashion. I don't ever want to be what hurt me. I want to be a solution. Because if it didn't hurt me, whatever it was that I experienced, I wouldn't know that there needs to be some form of change in that. And that may be also why God has led me to this space and why I had to endure some of the things that I've had to endure so that I can see the weakness in them and the pain that is caused within a person because of them. And I surely don't want anybody to ever experience some of the things that I've experienced. I've experienced some really hurtful things, y'all. I'm telling you. I'm here to tell you. At times in my life, when it just wasn't the opportune time to experience them. So, this is a channel to speak to people of positive choices. This is not a channel to tell you you're going to burn in hell and you're going to, get unalived and in the worst way, and all kinds of negativity will befall you and all that kind of stuff. That's not my job to do that. I pray that we all live up to our expectation and get the most out of this life. I pray that we all can go back, in a sense, to our childlike selves when we were little, or whenever we were at our fullest, and we were able to be ourselves and lead from that good place. I pray that we all find that, because that is the place that allows hope to foster itself and to grow. That is the only place hope can grow. And hope is what we need. Hope is what the torturers of our past need. Hope. Just a little bit of hope can grow. They say with faith of a mustard seed, I'm telling you, with hope, with a mustard seed of hope, it can grow, friend, into a monumental thing. I'm going to end with this, and I don't want to be speaking to things over and over again, but I speak what Spirit has put on me to speak. When I spoke to Nineveh and how Nineveh was a wicked city, and how these fallen angels had become wicked because of a curse. They weren't innately wicked. They were cursed. And when Jonah came with condemning words, there was no hope in what Jonah said. Just like there is no hope in the condemnations that God has bestowed upon those that have done wickedness in their lives. But the hope is that if you look at it from another perspective, if you have just as much audacity to go back to that childhood place, that even if it's not childhood, because some people haven't had a great childhood, but go to that safe place where you are you in your most authentic self. That place that hopes all things, believes all things, forgives all things, endures all things. And you got the audacity while in that place to hope in the opposite direction of the wrath. Friend, how could God deny you? How purposeful would your life be? How purposeful would your life be? Throughout all of my walks, it was the attacks that led me outside of the structure that God had for me. And I, like the prodigal son, went on a journey. And I found in my journey that there were many things that were in common to my father's house that those on my journey exhibited. They seemed to be cousins and aunts and uncles to that which is of my father's house. But the key ingredient that was different, and that is the most meaningful takeaway for me, was the alignment. The alignment is is the primary reason why many people do not honor the God of this house. He requires a certain type of alignment. Absolutely. He is not a wicked God. He is not a wicked enforcer. I know many people say, oh, well, the God of Israel killed all of these people and had the children do all of these things. You must understand who these people were. Were they even people? A lot of these beings were monsters, descendants of monsters, doing monstrosities in the earth. Literally. Much had come about on this planet, and much is still about on this planet. Cloaked as if they are children of Adam. And this has nothing to do with race or ethnicity. Absolutely not. There were 12 tribes of Israel. God said they were 12 mighty nations of people. You can't find 12 nations of people that look alike. Where? So it's not about ethnicity. It's about spirit. It's about soul. That's what it's about. This is my podcast episode for you today. Always looking to be useful, you guys. Always looking to be useful. To all of you that may even dabble in the mystical arts, I encourage you to crack open your Bible. I know the thou art and all of that kind of stuff can be a little bit to get accustomed to, but you can get accustomed to it. I encourage you to take advantage of listening to some of my content and the podcasts or Bible studies or Sunday services or what have you. You've had the audacity to take it upon yourself and to enter within frightening circles, strange circles. It takes a lot of heart to do it. I understand. And that same amount of heart, when focused appropriately, turns to dedication. You were dedicated to do all of those different things to appease those other beings. You were. Why not change your focal point and stand in truth, not in fear, not in judgment? Take away all that everybody has told you and all of the rhetoric that goes on within those communities. Lay them to the side, and you, with your childlike wonder, approach it. That's the only way you can approach it. In your childlike wonderment, with no motivation, no judgments, straight from the heart. And begin reading and determining upon your own level of knowing what's what. I guarantee you'll agree with me. I guarantee you. It is a gift that keeps on giving. God will lead you on a miraculous and monumental adventure throughout this life in knowing God. And even though you'll never really know the fullness of God, none of us will ever get it all together. None of us will have it all correct. That's exciting. It's a never-ending journey. How much more can you ask for? It is the gift that will not ever stop giving. It's all about how you look at it. I encourage you to come along the journey with me. I'm on Instagram. Please check out my Instagram page. I'm trying to grow my following on Instagram. Please, you guys, like and subscribe on my social apps. I look forward to coming forth with pertinent content that is useful to you and intriguing, thought-provoking, and necessary. Be good to yourselves and be good to one another. Happy New Year. Peace and love.